Today, I'll show you how to disarm fast carbs, the ones you give your kids almost every day. How simply to make them safe. How to stop your child's body from being quietly programmed for obesity and chronic diseases later in life. Many parents make this mistake, giving fast carbs on an empty stomach or as a bedtime snack. I get it, we are all busy. You just want to give your children something quick, something they will actually eat. And that's exactly what most parents do, not out of neglect, but out of love. But this easy choice has long-term consequences most parents never suspect. In my previous video, I explained what happens inside your child's body when they eat this way. If you haven't seen it yet, go check it out. Every parent needs to know this. Once you watch this, you will never want to give your child fast carbs the wrong way again. Today though, I want to focus on the solution. How to make fast carbs safe. No complex rules, no panic, no unrealistic routines. Just one small, science-backed habit that works in real life. Most parents have no idea how simple this fix actually is. And once you hear it, you will want to always follow this rule. So stay with me till the end, because I promise, this tip is so simple it will blow your mind. And one day your grown-up child will thank you for it. Let me quickly give you the gist. When a child eats fast carbs, cookies, juice, sweet fruit on an empty stomach, blood sugar spikes like a rocket, and every time it happens, that extra sugar turns straight into fat, quietly creating more fat cells. Even more interesting, during those sugar spikes they actually feel happy and satisfied. That's because glucose surges trigger a quick release of happiness hormones in the brain, but then comes the crash. Blood sugar drops sharply and suddenly kids feel tired, even angry and hungry again. So they reach for more quick carbs and the cycle repeats. That's how food addiction starts. It's not about willpower, it's biology. And here is the crazy part. The entire fast food industry is built on this psychology. Kids fall into it even faster than adults because they can't yet control impulses or delay pleasure. But it's not sugar alone. That's the problem. It's how it's eaten. When fast carbs come along, they hit the bloodstream like a sugar bomb. Sounds dramatic? It is, especially for a tiny body. But when you pair them with the right foods, the whole process flips. Sugar gets absorbed more slowly, and your child's body starts using it as energy for digesting instead of storing it as a fat. And when there are no sharp glucose spikes, there is no food euphoria, no emotional reward that makes kids crave fast carbs again and again. After a balanced meal, the rise in glucose is gentle, and the drop is slow, not a crash. As a result, your child feels full for much longer and doesn't ask for more food just an hour or two later. So always combine fast carbs with foods that naturally balance them, the ones keep those sugar spikes calm. This way, you're not taking anything away, you're adding protection. You're literally teaching your child's metabolism how to stay stable and strong. Today, you'll learn what these wonderful foods are. I'll even share real-life examples of perfect pairings. Things you already have at home and can prep in under 5 minutes. But first, let's clarify what fast carbs actually are, because some of them aren't as obvious as you might think. So we can group all fast carbs into a few categories. Sweets and baked goods, candy, cakes, cookies, pastries, white bread, the obvious ones. Sweet drinks, the sneakiest and most dangerous sugar bombs, soda and even fruit juices. Yes, even fresh ones. They hold concentrated sugar straight from fruit and hit the bloodstream just as hard. I'll make a separate video about this, because sugary drinks are the most harmful nutrient in kids' diet, yet no one really talks to parents about them. Processed sugars, honey, jams, sauces, chocolate. Everything that sounds natural but works just like table sugar. Sweet fruits and berries.
Healthy, yes, but still sugar, especially when eaten alone.
Fast food, cereal, chips, pizza, and all those quick breakfasts we reach for when mornings are chaos.
But here is what most parents don't realize. A lot of snacks hide fast carbs behind cute packages and labels like organic, made with fruit, or sugar-free.
Even baby snacks marked 6+ months often fall into this trap.
They can contain huge amounts of natural fruit sugar, and your child's body reacts to it just like to regular sugar.
But since it's not technically added sugar, companies are allowed to label it as sugar-free.
So here are a few unexpected red flags for babies and toddlers.
Ready-made fruit purees and juices, baby snacks with long ingredient lists, sweet fruits like ripe bananas or mangoes.
So fast carbs aren't just about candy.
I'm sure you're not handing your toddler chocolate bars for breakfast, right? Don't worry, I'm not going to tell you to ditch every snack. I know how real life works. I give them to my child too. Now that we know what we are really dealing with, let's make it safe, simple and stress-free. So here is the most important part.
Let's talk about the top 3 food groups that can turn a sugar bomb into a good source of energy,
fueling growth and development without feeding fat cells or setting up future health problems. They are proteins, fiber-rich foods, and healthy fats.
Let's take a quick look at each one.
Proteins, the best carb protectors. Here is their secret. Just digesting protein already burns energy. Our body spends up to 30% of the calories from protein just to process it. For comparison, carbs take about 5% and fats only 3%.
That's why protein rarely turns into fat. It's simply not efficient for the body. But the real magic is this.
Studies show that protein softens glucose spikes after eating fast carbs, prevents those sharp ups and downs in blood sugar, and keeps kids feeling full for much longer.
And that's exactly what we want? Not banning snacks, but making them safe and satisfying. You can easily pair a snack with a good protein source and protect your child's metabolism. Keep watching, I'll show you a quick 5-minute real-life examples in a moment.
The second group, fiber, the slow-down superpower.
And now let's talk about the hero that science trusts the most. Among all nutrients, fiber has the strongest scientific backing.
Dozens of studies consistently show that fiber slows down sugar absorption, turning a glucose roller coaster into a smooth, steady wave. Extra calories from fiber-rich foods can still be stored as a fat, but much less than from fast carbs. Plus, fiber helps kids feel full longer. It absorbs water, expands in the stomach, and takes more time to digest.
That means fewer energy crashes, fewer I'm hungry again an hour later, and much calmer metabolism overall.
And the third group, healthy fats, the unexpected ally.
It may sound surprising, but studies show that eating healthy fats together with fast carbs also helps prevent glucose spikes and keeps metabolism on track.
Healthy fats are crucial for a child's brain and hormone balance. Sure, the fat plus fast carb combo isn't your best option. Protein and fiber work better.
But it's still far safer than giving fast carbs alone. And now the fun part. Let's move from science to real life. I'll show you simple everyday examples of how to combine foods to make even sweet snacks safe. Let's go through the most popular kids' snacks and find quick balancing foods that turn them from sugar bombs into healthy, steady energy. Each of these combos takes under 5 minutes and uses ingredients you probably already have at home.
If your kid eats sweet berries for a snack, they already contain some fiber, but not enough to stop a glucose spike. Add Greek yogurt. It's packed with protein and healthy fat that balance the sugar and keep your child full for much longer.
Rushing out of the door with a hungry toddler?
Your hand reached for the fruit pouch. Easy, quick, no mess. But remember, it's a pure carb bomb. Here is a fix. Keep a small jar of soaked chia seeds in your fridge. Just 1 tablespoon in 1/4 cup of water overnight, and you've got your secret weapon ready.
Before giving a fruit pouch, simply stir in a spoonful of those soaked chia seeds. They add fiber and healthy fat that slow down sugar absorption.
Pro tip: buy a few reusable squeeze pouches on Amazon or AliExpress. It takes less than a minute to mix and refill them, and the snack becomes safe and balanced.
Breakfast panic? If all you've got time for is cereal or sandwiches, I get it. But please, go easy on the cereal. It's one of the worst breakfasts for blood sugar.
If today you just can't skip it, at least choose whole grain options and add a handful of nuts. Fiber plus healthy fats to the rescue.
Sandwiches? Choose whole grain bread for fiber, but peanut butter, fiber plus good fats, or a slice of real hard cheese, protein and fat.
Not the soft processed kind that's low in protein and full of unhealthy fats. And if you can, add a boiled egg. It's a pure protein, healthy fat and keeps kids full for hours. My favorite quick combo: whole grain toast plus avocado plus egg. Top it with a lettuce leaf and you've got a 5-minute breakfast that works for the whole family.
Movie night or weekend pizza time? If your teen can't watch a movie without popcorn or pizza, that's okay. Just plan ahead.
While you are waiting for delivery or the oven to heat, in them sliced carrots or mini baby carrots. Kids reach for what's in front of them, and carrots are full of fiber that slows glucose spikes perfectly.
You will be surprised, after that snack your child will eat much less junk food when the pizza finally arrives.
Chips emergency? 3 kids already crunching a bag of chips? Don't panic, add a bowl of hummus. It makes the chips even tastier, and the protein and fiber from chickpeas helps stabilize sugar and speed up satiety. Sweet drink situation. If you can't skip it, choose juice over soda and add a spoonful of soaked chia seeds.
And yes, after watching this video, I know you will always have chia in your fridge. And here are a few more ideas.
Banana and mashed avocado. Just mix with a fork, it will take 2 minutes. Whole grain crackers and hummus. Toddler cookies and a bit of butter. Mango cubes and cottage cheese.
So instead of banning your kids' favorite snacks, just give them a tiny sidekick, something that balances it out. You're not removing the fun, you're making it smarter. And if your child has a favorite fast-carb snack you're not sure how to balance, or you can't get them to eat healthier combo, leave a comment. I'll reply to as many as I can. And if a lot of parents ask the same question, I'll make a quick guide about it in future video. And here is the last tip.
If you have 0 time to prep, give the snack within 1.5 hours after a proper meal. That way, the food still in the stomach helps soften the glucose rise. Or choose less sugary fruits and berries, like apples and raspberries. They already contain fiber which naturally slows sugar absorption.
If you made it all the way here, didn't fall asleep, didn't click away, didn't get lost halfway, well done. It means you truly want to make your child's life healthier and give them a strong, happy future. Because if you stayed with me so long, I know you are not just watching, you are ready to act. So make sure to subscribe so you don't miss the important, practical, no-stress tips and breakdowns coming next.
Kids by Science, where proven wellness for kids meets real life.